Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. HTM here with another update for the Elder Scrolls Online. We're checking out the PTS patch notes for the Ascending Tide DLC. This is coming extremely soon. This is actually the final week of tests on the PTS. And the launch dates here, if you weren't aware, March 14th for PCs and March 29th for consoles. So coming up very quickly. We're going to have this latest DLC for ESO. A couple of important changes in this patch that I wanted you to be aware of. And specifically, we're talking about the Undaunted skill line and how you can gain levels. So I know there's been a little bit of controversy lately about this. Let's go ahead and explain kind of what's going on. So this has to do with account-wide achievements. And so basically, what they had been talking about is since we now have account-wide achievements in ESO, some of the ways of leveling up your Undaunted skill line were going to change, and that was specifically for those dungeon achievements, things like Dungeon Damage Dealer, Dungeon Healer. Those will normally give you a lot of progression towards maxing out your Undaunted skill line. That progression is going away with the new account-wide achievement system. That's because once you unlock those achievements on one character, you've unlocked it on all of your characters. So this was a bit concerning, right? Because normally that's kind of a shortcut to maxing out your Undaunted as quickly as possible. You just get those achievements, hard mode, no death, speedrun, whatever, and you can do that fairly quickly on a new character. Well, they've sort of addressed this with some changes to the values here in how you can level up the skill line. And I think this is going to be good news for a lot of players who are worried about this. The patch notes here say we've added new ways to gain even more Undaunted rep. This was done in an effort to make sure you have some more options and progression and is not negatively impacted. So they put in this nice table. So let's go ahead and check these out. So these are ways you can basically level up your Undaunted skill line and how they're going to be improved once the Ascending Tides Update 33 hits live servers. So daily delves, this has not changed. This is still kind of the lowest way you could impact your Undaunted, 10 points per daily delve. You can see achievements here are now 0. That's going to be once this patch releases. The dungeon quest is getting up to 25, so pretty good chunk there. And then pledges are getting bumped up big time. You can check this out here. A normal pledge is basically worth 10 Undaunted reputation on the live server. This is going to get bumped up to 25. Vet pledge completion, that's going to get bumped up to 50, and completing a vet hard mode pledge is going to be bumped up to 100. Now, if you're curious about, like how many points to advance your Undaunted rank, it's typically like about 200 reputation points per level from 1 to 10. The earlier ones are a little bit shorter, like I think the first one is 50 points, the next one might be 100, but then it's like 200 reputation points per level. So you could see that under the new system, if you're doing all three, let's say, vet pledges, 3 times 50, you're already 150 points. If you happen to do a vet hard mode in one of those, that's extra 100 points. So you can quickly, maybe in a day, just from doing pledges, get at least one Undaunted level. You can see this is also going to be applied towards trial content as well. The normal trial quest and the vet trial quest are going to give you that much per completion. So I thought this was interesting. I wanted to point this out in case you've been wondering about this and how it's impacted by, the account-wide achievements. It seems like they've addressed this now, and it could be faster to progress the skill line. It depends on how you play. So let me know what you think in the comments section. One more change that I think is relevant to gameplay issues is going to have to do with one-handed shield bashing. So the Deadly Bash passive now increases your bash attacks by 500, down from 1,500. It also reduces the cost of bash by a little bit more, up to 50%. So we can read a developer comment here, trying to ease back the power that bash builds have had access to without making more operational costs by making choices with sets, enchantments, or champion points, while giving a little bit back so they don't feel like a complete loss. So the cost reduction will still be keeping a close eye on bash builds moving forward, where they can feel like a cool niche play style without making them feel better at bursting people than an assassin. So there you go. And as I said, this is actually the last patch for this round of testing, which means this current patch is going to be going live in just about 2 weeks for PC players. So hopefully that information was helpful for you. If it was, do me a favor, crush that like button. It absolutely helps out the channel. Much appreciated. Of course, keep an eye out right here for all the updates that you need for the Elder Scrolls Online. I will be publishing a big video pretty soon detailing all the changes for this latest patch, Update 33. And then keep an eye out for new builds and build updates as well. There's lots of new options now when it comes to this latest version of ESO. I'm talking about hybrid builds, or even just adapting, your normal Magicka or Stamina build with a couple of additional hybrid skills. So much we can talk about now in terms of theory crafting. So a lot to look forward to there. Keep an eye right here. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. You can check out our membership as well if you're interested. Members do get early access to all those build videos, as well as some unique builds that you won't find anywhere else. Big shout out to all our members for their continued support. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you're doing well. Stay safe out there, and I will see you around in the next video.